Welcome back, Montreal, to the Suburban Radio Hour on CJD 800. I'm Earl Wiseman, editor of the Suburban, with my great friends and colleagues, Anthony Bonaparte, features editor, Mark Lidbetter, sports editor, and now it's time for Mike Cohen with everything you need to know about entertainment and society news. Mike?
Well, thank you, Beryl, and lots to cover this week on the Suburban Radio Hour on CJD. Welcome to my entertainment segment. Always a pleasure to be with you. Start off with some news about Jay Baruchel, the former Montreal actor, who he now calls Toronto home, unfortunately, but he's still a Habs fan. But Jay is still worried about humanity's demise, and season 2 of the award-winning documentary We're All Gonna Die, Even Jay Baruchel. It's premiering on Crave with all 6 episodes coming out on the same day, April the 19th. This half-hour series, each episode is about ways the world could end. So depressing, but in a way, Jay Baruchel makes it interesting. He'll talk to top scientists, activists, and experts. Lots of interesting stuff to watch. Leonard Cohen, that's Robert Shea, channeling his inner Leonard Cohen in the lyrical legacy of the Montreal icon. He'll do a musical concert April 27th and 28th at the Cabaret de Casino. He's going to be doing a couple of shows, a tribute to Leonard Cohen. I've seen some preview videos. He looks and sounds like Leonard Cohen, so it looks like a great show. Le Patin Libre is a contemporary Montreal-based ice skating company that merges the athletic virtuosity of skating with the creativity of contemporary dance and the energy of urban dance. It was established in 2005 by former top-level figure skaters who came together with the desire to transform their athleticism into a means of free expression far removed from stereotypes. From April 16th to 21st, Le Patin Libre will be at the cozy Mount Royal Arena in the Plateau for a series of 7 performances of its new show, Murmuration. Brings together 15 artists and dancers. I spoke to the co-founder, Alexandre Hamel, and here is part of our conversation. Alexandra, for people who don't have any idea what Le Patin Libre is, can you explain, please?
It's high-flying figure skating without the sparkles, with freedom.
And you personally were in, I believe you were on Disney on Ice in the past, and you were a professional skater as well, correct?
Yeah, all of us did the whole competitive thing, like international competitions. Some of us dabbled into on-ice show business, Disney on Ice and Holiday on Ice and the circuses and all that. And we're all a bunch of mavericks, of slightly alternative people that wanted to do something else with their talent, something that we felt is cool, new, a bit more mind-blowing than what we usually see in ice shows.
And what can people expect from this show? Is it people of all ages who are really going to enjoy it?
Yeah, we have families that enjoy it a lot. It's a show that will make you feel and think about things in a more deep way than what you'd expect at a normal ice skating show. So we're there to blow your mind, but we also want you to be impressed. So you have the virtuosity of figure skating. We're really into speed, pure speed, like extreme speed, but choreographed in ways that make it beautiful and significative. So some people say we are kind of like contemporary dance on ice, but I actually think we're kind of cooler than that.
Well, listen, readers and listeners to this show and the readers of the Suburban can go to the suburban.com, go to the blog section, go to Cohen Confidential, read my entertainment notebook, and there's more from my interview with Alexandra. Thank you very much for joining me on this.
Thank you.
Great having Alexandra Hamel with me. Well, the price was right for Carey Price. He and his wife Angela have sold their home on the South Shore for $1.5 million. That's almost $200,000 less than the original asking price. You can see the details in my column, which was in the print edition earlier this week in the Suburban. Carey, of course, collecting a cool $10.5 million right now, not to play hockey. Ryan Reynolds and Kenneth Branagh are in town to film a movie. It's called Mayday. Also, check out our FYI digital magazine I'm pleased to continue to contribute. I have a local authors column this week on Sivan Slipak's new book, Here is Still Here. As well, my society column, a lot about the St. Patrick's Day. Beryl, you and I were there enjoying the luncheon. And another one on a young group of McGill's future medical students. So go to my blog at the suburban.com, go to the blog section, Cohen Confidential. You can see my entertainment notebook and everything that's going on important on the entertainment and society scene. You'll get it here first on the Suburban Radio Hour. Thank you very much, Beryl. Back to you.
Thanks for all that, Mike. And now our great weather specialist, Stephen Bellina. Steve, what do we got?
Good evening, Montreal. I'm Stephen Bellina, and this is the Suburban Weather Minute. Spring weather arrived over the course of the last week after our last big snowstorm on April 3rd and 4th. We have had temperatures running into the teens. We've had quite a bit of rainfall, but that's normal for the month of April. One thing that was a blessing was the fact that Monday remained dry a week ago. Perfect weather for the eclipse. We had some high cirrus cloud moving in, and that cloud actually created some spectacular halos around the eclipsing sun. Halos are quite common. They occur very often around full moons in the wintertime, and there's an old saying that says, ring around the moon, storm coming soon. And often it is the first signs of a storm moving in from the southwest when we get the high cirrus clouds. Basically what it is it's the ice crystals in the high altitude clouds that are reflecting the sun, and that creates the halo. It was quite spectacular. What are we looking at coming up this week? Well, we've got temperatures that are going to remain above normal. Temperatures are going to run between 16 and 19 Celsius for daytime highs, dipping down to between 4 and 6 Celsius for overnight lows. There is a chance of some showers, especially in the middle part of the week. We had quite a bit of rain last week. Again, nothing out of the ordinary for the month of April. There's been quite a bit of snow melt, especially across the Laurentians. We had some rainfall warnings in place there, and there was some concern for some minor flooding. One thing that did occur last week was a round of thunderstorms across the lower Laurentians on Wednesday evening. I was quite surprised to see that, quite a bit of lightning. So it's always good to keep in mind, and I will go over this as we get closer to severe weather season, but lightning is obviously quite dangerous. It actually kills more people in Canada than hail, wind, rain, and tornadoes combined. 2 to 3 deaths annually and injures at least 80 people. So what can you do? It's that simple. You hear thunder, head indoors. It's always the safest place to be. In your car is safe as well, or in a low-lying area if you can't get indoors. But the best thing is to always get indoors. But we'll touch on those as we get more into severe weather season. You can always get an update on the weather at thesuburban.com under the weather tab, the Suburban weather page. Until next time, I'm Stephen Bellina.
Thanks, Steve. Coming up next in the Suburban Radio Hour, going to be checking in on the sports scene with Mark Lidbetter, who's got a special guest. Remember, the Harlem Globetrotters will be live with Mark on the phone. But first, we're off to the CJD Traffic Center.